I've been looking forward to this day. Now also, I am going to tell you guys that we're going to put some new exhaust on here by Chromeworks. And it's going to be the one of its own so far. So it's a prototype color that you're going to see us be putting on this bike.
The Ornery One presents the Big Board Build Series here on YouTube, where we take a 2022 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited and build a touring performance bagger, which will be known as the Big Board.
Got a lot of cool shit going on. Chris has been working so hard. Right here it is. See that Legend suspension. We got our mounts in the other day. He's going to be mounting those underneath. We got the fronts done. I did turn it one time. I wanted to remind myself, I think the first go around I left it at 0 on the front end. I went ahead and turned it up to 1. Then he's got our Memphis Shades windshield on and our hand guards, which you guys know I love so very, very much. Turn around here and Chris doing his thing. The old base gasket off. Got his dishwashing gloves on.
Yep.
Those are good ones. It's like a surgeon over here. Gets all of his stuff laid out in front of him. Got him some lube there.
Official.
Gotta have some lube. We'll rock up on over here, get a view of how Chris does his lube. Oh, nice little swath of it there. So that is your piston rod, or your
Piston pin.
What is it again?
Piston pin.
Piston pin. Into your, with your piston pin inserts into your piston, goes onto your rod.
Yeah.
Did it fit?
Huh?
Did it fit?
Yeah, it fits.
Fit the first time. Thanks, Harley.
Get that all nicely lubed up, because that's really you want to put as much of this on here as you can, because when we fire up the first time, oils haven't been around or anything like that, so you want a nice little layer of assembly lube, so therefore it helps it on startup. If I got any more left in there.
Gosh, I'm squeezing as hard as I can with my butt cheeks. I'm trying to push.
It is a little messy, but that's what wash bay's for.
Yes, sir.
Also want to have gloves on. Arrow always facing forward.
So the arrow always facing forward is what Chris was saying there. I see it right there.
Shaky shake. Fancy tool gone. And the most important thing, rings. You want to put your oil control ring on first.
Oil control ring.
Always put a little oil on them.
What's that one called?
Huh?
Does that have a name? That exact ring?
Yeah, this is the oil control ring. I mean, it's 3 pieces.
So they're just the oil control rings. So that's when they say, oh, your rings are getting a little wore.
Yeah,
That's what's letting that oil pass and start up and it blow smoke, right?
a little bit, and then you'll notice lack of power. Like I said, that's really the first thing, being like, okay, it doesn't seem as powerful. It's a little lacking power. That's because it's not actually getting, it's not being sealed in the combustion chamber inside the.
So you're not having the full power explosion.
Inside your cylinder.
letting a little gas out, a little seepage. I need a new ring somewhere. I'm starting to leak a little bit, especially when I go pee.
This guy's in there, spin him around. Put him in his third position. There we go, we got him in there. We run to our oil scraper.
Oil scraper.
Yeah, it scrapes the oil from the cylinder when it goes back down.
Okay.
So that one actually throws the oil on there for lubrication. This will actually scrape it down to keep it down there so it doesn't go past up, and so you're not burning oil. Part number up. My tool would cooperate a little bit with me. There we go. In the second position. Got him there. And then our compression ring. Little oil. Stagger them. Jump over that side. I guess I could have just asked you if that was.
Yeah. Oh, that was a cool spin. I think that was about a 4-spin.
Yeah. So slippery.
Oh, that's cool.
I almost pulled it off. That would have been cool.
That would have been badass, and it went right in there and spun it.
Yeah. Directional gaskets up. Once again, talking about the arrow always faces the front of the bike.
So ready. So ready. Getting closer. So Chris, now he's painting the inside of them pink. A little pink inside.
No, we're just hitting it with the little brake clean real fast, and then
Clean out the goop in it.
Well, a little bit. Sometimes with the packing process and what have you, there's some stuff that get in there, so I clean it out real fast and then oil it quickly, because you don't want it to be dry like this without any kind of oil on it, because it can etch it real fast.
You do not want to run a dry hole.
Yeah. There. Nice, clean, just regular 2050. That nice.
Something about those gloves make me think about SpongeBob too.
About what?
SpongeBob. You always put the gloves on or some shit, cooking. Oh yes.
Take our ring compressor.
Gotta lube it up too.
Oh yeah.
Gotta compress them rings, gotta have a little lube on there.
Makes the job a little easier.
All right.
This part can be difficult a little bit.
Uh-oh, may get the, here, Chris, get a little pisse. Think you get a little pisse on this?
It's different on the tools though. It does say bottom. This tool is actually designed for cars.
Okay.
Which on a car, what you're doing with the piston is actually putting it in the block, versus different on a motorcycle, which is actually you're putting the cylinder on top of the piston. So the tool would say bottom, but you're going to invert that, so therefore they work. The taper is correct for what you're doing.
Gotcha. That makes total sense.
Tool on there. Make sure you remove all your shot towels. And that's your oiler we were talking about right there.
Well, that's it.
So that's what cools the bottom underneath your piston. You've got to have those. Especially all these new modern motors.
Bam.
Takes this oil off.
Chris, yeah, so we got the number one. So Chris has got number one, going to clean that front cylinder. One.
Actually,
two.
most people think actually the rear fires first.
Rear
So
fire first?
Yeah, so that would actually be one, then two.
Damn, man, I never get anything right. All right, so cylinder two he's actually got, going to clean her out. So your rear's number one.
Yeah, fires on the rear first.
Boom. And then front, boom. And then when it goes into parade mode, which one does it fire?
The front only.
Front only.
The reason why is that's for comfort mode for the rider.
Right.
So therefore it will kill all the heat from the back here, because that's what you're feeling. So.
That is an odd feeling the first time you ever feel that, if you're not used to it. Because the first time I was like, oh, my bike.
Yeah, we had and then especially when it first came out, and then the temperature, because it's also based on temperature. So it won't even be that hot at all. And then if it's above 75 degrees and you have it enabled, and you stop at a stoplight or whatever else, and then it will immediately go to shutting down the rear cylinder and then start making that funky noise, and everyone's like, oh, my motor done blew up. I don't know what's going on, but it just keeps going and coming back. And it's like, yeah, you got your heat management on. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's heat management. You notice it only happens at a stoplight. Well, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it only does happen then. I'm like, yeah, it's the design of the bike. We can turn it off.
It is an odd feeling. And it feels like it's going to die there for a second when you take off.
Yeah, I always, if I know that it's on, and I can, because we're always judging the lights when to take off.
Absolutely.
So when I know that it's turning, if I could see that the oncoming traffic, that their light's turning yellow, then I'll actually give it a little bit of throttle, because giving it a little throttle will get it out of parade mode, and then we'll get you ready to take off. So
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. A little bit more of that Dollar Tree lube.
found too, to do this, I do throw a little oil into the cam plate. It does just help the this process of where I want to basically prime everything. Got a gusher.
Got a gusher. We've got oil. We struck oil. Wait.
Maybe some queefs.
Oh. You feel better, big boy? Huh? Let it all out. Oh, yeah. Oh. I feel better.